Hello and welcome to A Cat in the Garden. Saffron is being extra cute today, and she's just happy in general because when the kitties opened their Christmas presents this week, it was just so cute. I really spoiled them this year and I got them way more toys than I usually do, and they just all opened them up in one place and we're going crazy all day. Plus I got them a bag of catnip, and if you have a cat, you know how crazy they go for catnip. Especially Saffron and Nutmeg. They were having a great time. Their grandparents got them presents too, and it was just so cute. They got new treats, they got new toys, they just got everything. And they love playing with the wrapping paper. Ever since I was little, my family would always just leave all the wrapping paper in a pile with the presents, and the cats just go crazy for days. For days, it's like free toys for them. So we're leaving them out. They're having a great time. They're just being so cute and just enjoying the holiday season, but that means December's almost over and this will be my last monthly favorites for the year. So I've picked out 5 plants that I've just really loved this year, and that are a lot of them are some of my favorite plants in my whole collection. Yes, hello. So I'm just really excited to show them to you guys today. Saffron is being way too cute, but I'm gonna have to probably put you down. Maybe I can grab one while I'm holding her. Maybe a small one. So the first one on my list for the month of December is this really adorable Hoya species Affinity Bertonier variegated. There's some variegated leaves, and this I got from one of the big box stores. I have 2 of these. I think I documented it when I got my first one earlier in the year. I was like, oh, $20 is a great price for a full one. And then the box stores had them for like $6. So I had to buy another one, and it's been growing really steadily. The variegation on these does fade, but as you can see with these new leaves, it is a pretty well variegated plant. I just really enjoy this Hoya in general. It's a really good trailing one. It doesn't necessarily have to climb. So it's just really cute, and it's really compact, and Saffron's gonna go. We're just squirming too much. Bye, Saf. Yeah. You have fun down there. So it just grows really well. So you can see the variegation fading, some of the leaves on the top, but this strand is pretty well variegated. There's new growth down here. It's just growing really well. I haven't taken it out of here yet. I do eventually want to combine this one with my other one and have one big full giant pot, but they're also in soil, and I don't really grow a lot of my plants in soil. So I haven't really decided what I'm going to do about it. I also need the right size pot because putting 2 really full ones together means I probably need a 6 or an 8 inch. So that is one of my goals for this plant for the new year, is to just get it combined with the other one, get it really full and trailing, and maybe put it on top of my Mills bow or my fabric core back there, something like that. But it's just a really fun plant, really happy. And I'm really glad that it's cheap now because it's super easy to propagate. It should be really accessible. There's nothing really rare about it. And it's just really cute. So that's why I put it on the list. Next plant is one I really haven't shown off for a while, and I did buy it earlier this year. That is going to be my variegated Syngonium chiapense. This plant took such a long time to get going, and it has a really good variegation. So there is some like brown spots on this leaf, but the white on it is okay. So this is pretty much a half moon leaf. And then the new one, the variegation is still burning in. At first I thought it was all green, but it's really started to come out, and that is a lot of white. It scares me a little bit because this leaf is really nicely green, but we just got a really variegated section once it was cut, and it does need a repot because it has a root just trailing around the bottom. So I also need to find a larger pot for it. I have a theme. A lot of my plants now need 6 or 8 inch pots, and I don't have them. And since they're bigger pots, they cost more at the store, and I don't want to be spending $20+ per pot per plant. So I'm just trying my best to find ones that are on the cheaper side. IKEA has some, but I don't love the way all of them look. I like some, but not all. And then Home Depot and Lowe's, it depends. There are some that are good prices and some that aren't. So I'm trying. I'm slowly getting more pots for all of my plants. I also do like to use candles, so I've been trying to find bigger candles lately, but I don't think I can find a candle big enough for this one. So I do need to repot this one as well, but this new leaf is just really pretty. And I thought this just warranted being shown off because this variegation, once it fully comes in, hardens off, is going to be absolutely stunning. This one does live in my fabric core. I only have a few plants in there right now because I don't have any shelves in it. I don't really know what I'm gonna do about that because I wanted some custom stitch shelves. But they're also really expensive, and I get it, they're handmade, but I have to think about budget for these things. And for now, I have a few plants hanging out inside of it. I have a few plants on top of it, and that's just how it's gonna be. And this is one of them. I keep it pretty far away from the light because it's on the floor. The lights are on the top of the fabric core, so it's not really in danger of burning. I'm not really sure what happened with this leaf. It kind of threw a fit for a while, but I think it's okay now. I think the plant is doing better. We've got a new leaf. And hopefully, I really want to get this on a pole too, because I would love the leaves to size up even bigger than this if possible. And so like these leaves aren't quite that size just because it's from a cutting. So I'd really like to get it sizing back up. Hopefully it'll grow another leaf or two. I can get it in a pot, get a pole on it, and we'll be well on our way. Maybe it'll finally grow a little bit faster because I think I bought this in March and I've got 2 leaves. So it's a bit on the slower side for me right now, and I know it just really needs to get in a new potting situation. So hopefully we'll do that in the new year. Of course, I had to put Scindapsus in this video. They're just quickly becoming some of my favorite houseplants. And this is the snake scale, also known as greenform or hask. It has so many names. This is a really nice shingling Scindapsus, and it has a beautiful new leaf right there. Yes, I have a tiny bit of browning on that leaf, but other than that, it looks like a super healthy plant. I just added a little bit more moss to the back of the pole and secured another piece of plant Velcro to it because it's growing really, really well. I could probably add a little bit more moss even, but it's doing great. Loving life. This also lives in my fabric core. It's my only Scindapsus in there, but it just hangs out. It has a great time. And I honestly just put it in there because I didn't have room on the shelf. I've really run out of room there. But this is a very easygoing Scindapsus. It's probably one of the slower ones that I have, but I don't really mind it that much. It's doing very, very well. It's just loving life. Just a really pretty plant. I don't have too much to say about it because I haven't owned it for the longest time, but it's doing well and I'm very happy with it. And I just love Scindapsus. And I'm very happy that the leaf size, because this is the first new leaf in my care, actually has stayed pretty much the same. So hopefully it'll get bigger and it'll start really look like it's shingling. If you've seen pictures online, it just looks so, so cool when it gets to that shingling form. And when I bought this, it was trailing, so it wasn't really quite shingling yet, and I'm trying to get it to that place. I think we're well on our way. This looks like a more rounded leaf, which is how it looks when it is shingling. So fingers crossed that we get to that point soon, but it's just really cute and I'm really enjoying this Scindapsus. Also feel like I haven't shown off this Hoya in such a long time, but this is truly one of my favorites, and that is going to be my Hoya fluatensis. And I figured it was about time to show it off again because it did finally give me a new leaf. I think this is one of the only leaves I've gotten from it in 2024, which is crazy to think about. And it's going to bloom again. So it's giving me a 2 for 2. It has 2 active peduncles on the plant, and this one is kind of shriveled up. Yeah, that one's dead. So I had 3 peduncles. It bloomed a lot for me this year, and it's got 2 active ones still. The other one is down at the bottom here, which is not the best spot for it to be because I almost missed the blooms the first time, but it's fine. I caught them. I didn't miss them, but it does look like this one is not quite doing much. Oh, it's got little blooms starting to form, but this is the one that really has blooms on it. So I'm very excited to see those probably in a week or 2, maybe 3, a few weeks. But it's got great variegation. It's such an easygoing Hoya. I feel like I've had it in this pot for such a long time, but it doesn't look like it needs any sort of repot right now, which is fine. I feel like Hoya roots are always so small and thin that they don't always outgrow their pots super quickly, and this one is definitely one of those that hasn't. I've had this plant for almost 2 years now. I bought it in the spring of 2023, and it's just a very nice Hoya. Again, like once it started blooming, it wasn't growing as quickly. I have kept up with fertilizing it. I have 2 different fertilizers in here. They're both slow release, so they're doing pretty well, but I'm just very happy. It gave me a shiny new leaf, and the splash on it is so nice too. It's really consistent with all of the splash on this Hoya, and it's just doing so well. And I love it so much. Oh, it does also have a little activated growth point right there. So maybe it's waking up. I like to think that they go dormant or they take a long nap for a while, but this one might be waking up and growing and doing some things, and I'm very excited if that's going to be the case, because I would love for it to fill out this trellis a little bit more. It's a little sparse, but it's just a happy Hoya, and I love it. I really love these sandpapery, dark, splashy Hoyas. They're some of my favorites. That's why I just bought the flagellata in September, so fingers crossed that it starts growing again soon. But even if it doesn't, I'm still going to appreciate it because it puts up with neglect. It just doesn't mind anything. Hangs out in actually my Millsbow tall for now until I find a spot where I like it better. But right now it's doing well in there and it's just loving life. Okay, I have to go get the last one because it's on this shelf. And this truly might just be my favorite purchase overall of 2024. And that is going to be my Scindapsus Pea Sun mutation. It's just a beautiful variegated Scindapsus. I love the colors. I love the silvery blue tone of this plant. And it has multiple growth points that are giving me new leaves. This is a beautiful leaf right here. And I'm really loving this side of the plant for the variegation that it has. This side just doesn't have as much variegation, but it's still variegated. This new leaf actually has more than some of the previous leaves do, so I'm very happy about that. I actually do think I could secure it to the pole here. It's grown a few nodes and it's just not really attached to the pole yet. So this was another one that I bought at PlantCon, and it was trailing when I bought it, and I'm trying to convert it to a climbing plant without having to chop it up and start it over. Yeah, so I need to attach it to the pole better. Maybe I can get some more moss in here, just get some Velcro, but it'll attach eventually. All my Scindapsus seem to attach pretty well. It just takes a little bit of time when you're transitioning a plant from trailing to climbing. Actually, down here, there's a couple roots growing into the pole. So this side with the really nice variegation has already attached. I just need to get this side with the less variegation. I need to get that one attached to the pole, but it's just so beautiful. This section is top tier variegation on it. And I saw this and I just had to have it. I knew nothing about it. Typically, I like to research a plant before I buy it, but when it comes to Scindapsus, I just don't care. I love them. I love them so much. They're so cute. And I also don't really care that they look similar. Kind of like some Hoya. The silvery ones do tend to look similar, but I don't really care. And I just want to collect all of them. I think they're adorable. I think they're so fun. And because they're just so easygoing, and I've noticed because I did deal with some thrips earlier this year, they don't really go after the Scindapsus. They'll go after my Monstera, my Philodendron, and then even my Hoya, but they really don't care about these. I don't have any pest problems with Scindapsus ever. They just hang out and they grow slowly but steadily. This one has actually probably grown the fastest out of all my recent Scindapsus purchases, so that has been really nice. I do like that I have different levels of the growth speed with them so that I can check on them every once in a while, give them more moss in the pole, give them plant Velcro, and that's pretty much the extent of the plant care. Fill up the fertilizer again every few months, and they're just rocking and rolling, and they're very, very steadily growing, and they're very happy. And they just bring me a lot of joy, which is something that I'm trying to focus on, is the plants that bring me a lot of joy, because I haven't had as much time to be in here recently. So the plants that really keep me coming back into the plant room are the ones that I know that make it worth it and make plant collecting the most fun. So that is it for our 5 favorite plants for the month of December. Saffron just woke up from a little nap and she's just purring and being so, so cute. She also just loves being in this plant room so much. This is her happy place, and I've had it kind of blocked off since we got the puppy. So she hasn't been able to hang out in here for about a week, and she's very happy that I let her back in today. Yes, you want to go crawl around? I know. But if you like this video, make sure to give Saffron and I here a thumbs up down below and subscribe so you don't miss anything from us here on the channel. Thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Good girl.